Good day, my friends. Once again, it is Sunday, and I feel like last Sunday I just complained about how difficult everything was, and once again I'm feeling that. I don't know what it is about Sunday. Actually, I do know what it is about Sunday. It's all work-related stuff, but also Subway-related stuff. It's all very tiring and defeating. It's just another one of those days. One of those difficult New York days, but it's okay. One of the things that I'm realizing now that I'm doing this daily is just how little I've told you anything over the years, in the last 11 years that I've been on YouTube. Because for the most part I could never get beyond just the simple anxiety of getting on camera. And also, you know, like a lot of YouTubers, I would almost argue all YouTubers, I was very controlling of my image. I would do multiple takes and try to look spontaneous. Now I'm actually, for the most part, I only do multiple takes if I need to, if something technically goes wrong. But for the most part, this is completely spontaneous and I'm just talking. But anyway, not doing multiple takes, so just letting things hang, for better or worse. I've definitely revealed more of my actual self since I've been doing this. But also there's just, I don't know, there's a lot of stories I could tell, things that I meant to talk about for the last 11 years. I have no idea who's interested or who'd be invested, but it's something I'd like to do. You know, when vlogging first became a thing, I always thought, you know, maybe the next Spalding Gray would emerge from YouTube, and I don't think that ever happened. I don't know if vlogging ever really became a storytelling medium. Obviously there's plenty of gifted storytellers out there, but I don't know. That's what I wanted to use it for. My dad is a storyteller, professional storyteller, also a broadcaster, and you know, in the main tradition. And I started following in his footsteps for a little while. I started getting into that. And then I learned of Spalding Gray, and that just completely changed the direction of what I wanted to do. So I did that for a little while. And I wanted to use YouTube for that purpose. Of course, one of the problems, it's one thing to, you know, try to be like Spalding Gray, but if you don't have a Spalding Gray life, if you don't go out and do interesting things, live an interesting life, it's hard to be Spalding Gray. And YouTube has given voice to a lot of people like myself who just don't like to leave the house. But as you can see, I do leave the house more than ever. I was practically agoraphobic when I started on YouTube, and I've been through a lot. My life has changed in many ways. I'd say all for the better. But anyway, yeah, that's something I want to get more into, because a lot of things I would need, you know, I needed time. I needed distance between before I tell you. For example, Bernard Smith is based on a real person. And this is a person who I was friends with until about 5 years ago. Someone who I shouldn't have been friends with. It was a toxic friendship. It was a very strained, hypocritical friendship. And, you know, I needed to get this person out of my life, and I finally did. I managed to do that. The way I managed to do that, those of you who need to get toxic friendships out of your life, you know, someone who's in your life, but you can't, like, I don't know, whatever reason, you just have that emotional thing where it's like every time you see them, you have to be polite. You feel like you just need whatever. You can't break things off. What I did was I sat down and I wrote every single memory I had of this person. This is a great writing exercise too, but it's good for writing, creativity, but also it's very practical. I just wrote down for better or worse, positive memories, negative memories. What I found was that the negative memories were overwhelming the positive memories. And when I actually, and also just the more I dug into it, the more I was remember, like, I didn't even fucking remember that. Or I talked to other people and said, what, how the fuck did I forget that? And so when I just actually had it all sitting in front of me, just the sheer enormity of everything, I found it really, really easy, first of all, to stop talking to the person. If I saw them in the street, I just walked past them. And if I ever had to, I would tell them to fuck off. Hasn't come to that, but I'm fine that they're out of my life and I can just ignore them forever, and I have no problem with that. I have no scruples. And that exercise really helped with that. Anyway, the point is, I have a lot of stories I can tell, and I feel like I can tell them now. But another time, because I'm very tired and I have to get home. So, cheers.